My next guest is Matthew Fuller, who is a kids entertainer and TV actor from Essex. How are you doing, Matthew?
I'm good. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. It's lovely to have you on.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Of course. Is this, I mean, you do lots of television and you do lots of entertaining. Have you done radio?
No, I mean, this is probably a first time to do, obviously, professional radio. I've done kind of college radio and stuff like that, but nothing like this, no. So.
Well, how exciting then. It's a first for you tonight, Matthew. So tell me then, I know that you spend your time running your children's entertainment company. You do a lot of acting. You've done, some big stuff, some smaller stuff. When did you first think about COVID in the sense that, okay, this may affect my life now? When did you kind of first realise?
I think obviously when you're doing kids parties, and when you're seeing clients and the virus first started, the biggest thing for me is I think for the whole of the UK, it kind of just hit us at a surprise that it was there, and all of a sudden it was this really scary thought. And my last ever party I did before this all, we went into lockdown and everything got closed, was at a preschool. And I think it really just hit me, when you're used to doing kind of 3 or 4 parties a weekend and seeing all these parents and all these kids, and suddenly, you've got this scary aspect that you're not going to be in work for a while. It was quite emotional, really. It felt like you was kind of ending your career in a little way. How long am I going to be stuck at home and not seeing all these lovely parents and kids and doing what I love?
And of course, being self-employed, it's kind of, a lot of it, I think, is about sort of momentum as well. You have to spend a lot of time laying the groundwork, you network, you get recommendations, you it's like a car engine, like you're kind of like moving up through the gears almost. And to suddenly have all of that taken away, do you feel the sense that you've got to start again somehow?
I mean, yeah, it's, I've been really lucky. I've had a lot of people support me over the time. And, in regards to the government regulations and stuff, parties, it's starting to look like parties are going to be able to be happening soon at socially distancing and stuff like that. So there is hope that it's coming back. But yeah, it's just one of those things that I've absolutely missed. And, it's the same with the acting even. I didn't know how, in the acting world, how this was all going to go back together. You've got to be worked a lot, really close with a lot of actors and actresses, and, how working with people on set and for them have to be distanced from people. It was really daunting. And, recently with a lot of castings that I've had coming through now, it's really professional. It makes me feel safe. And, I'm really impressed with the way everything's been done.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, your first couple of jobs back in the acting world, because they're going to be the guidelines with like productions and shooting and stuff is that they're going to be using different camera angles to make you look like you're standing next to each other when actually you're not, which I think is going to be, you're going to have a hoot on set, I think, with that. I think you're going to have a laugh. So have you been able to continue to do any paid work whilst we've been in lockdown?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, just repeat that again, sorry.
Have you been able to do any paid work during lockdown?
I mean, most of my focus that's been on during lockdown has been focusing on doing a lot of children's entertainment via YouTube. I've been doing a lot of, to keep myself busy and, work on the page and stuff. It's been through doing entertainment for kids and still bringing that kind of entertainment, even though I can't be there with them in person. Starting up a YouTube channel, which has been a complete brand new journey for me. And with my partner Holly, who's been helping me with that, run that and film it and be the backstage stuff. And we've been running a lot of educational videos, learning about kids that are younger, learning about like in the woods and in the seaside, and dressing up as characters that I used to do a long time ago, and just having a laugh with stuff that I wouldn't normally do. And we've had a really good response with that.
That's
through
good.
doing that.
But of course, that's not paid work, is it? Have you been able to carry any paid work out? I only ask because, I think I have a lot of friends who are actors, dancers, performers, and I think the general feeling that I get from a lot of, performers and entertainers is that they're kind of a little bit angry about, the lack of support that I think the arts in particular has had. Because I think there's been this like umbrella of self-employment, which has left out the theatre industry because there is no theatre industry right now. Do you know what I mean? I think that's kind of the general feeling I get. You seem very upbeat and positive, but do you think that you have been supported well throughout COVID?
I mean, in regards to the government and what they've set out for us, obviously with my acting and stuff, any actors or actresses will tell you that, you never know when your next job's going to be. And I was lucky enough to do a few little shoots before all this happened. But during this lockdown crisis and the way that, everything's been, I felt quite supportive in regards to, the schemes that they brought out to actually help us. As of now, it has been a bit concerning after that scheme's been finished, where it's going to lead to now. I do know a lot of other, as you just said, a lot of actors and actresses that are exactly the same that have felt maybe that they haven't been supported. And in regards to schemes, and like I said, unless you're in the big game and earning ridiculous amounts for doing big blockbusters, there isn't really that much help if you're doing that alone. So,
but you've got some castings and things coming through, you said, which is exciting. So you feel like things are slowly coming back for maybe actors, actresses, maybe not theatre right now, but you feel like things are kind of going in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to keep really positive about it. Unfortunately, it's something that, it's really struck on everyone. But yeah, I think obviously theatre is going to really struggle now because of the whole distancing and everything like that. I hope that in a couple of months, or not in a couple of months, but, towards the end of the year, that we're going to be able to sort of go back into maybe a bit of theatre, but keeping people socially distancing as they probably will with cinemas and stuff like that. But yeah, for the time being, the way I'm seeing it, the on-screen and movies are all going ahead now with new rules, new regulations. But theatre, I do really worry about it. And, who knows when that's going to be back.
And what are you most looking forward to, once you're able to really throw yourself back into work?
Definitely seeing all when you work on set, it's really a small world, and you do meet a lot of people that you see on a lot of other productions, and seeing those members of cast, working with actors that I've seen before and worked with before, working on new productions that are all going to be coming out and stuff like that, and just getting I love just meeting new people and working in new places, and I guess I get that element from the kids' entertainment as well. I'm a people's person, and meeting different people every day, I just find it really exciting.
Yeah. I'm really, I hope that it's sooner rather than later for you, Matthew, because I can hear that you're gagging to get back out there, aren't you?
Exactly. Like I said, I've kept the YouTube going. I'm excited to do parties. I hope that I can get out soon. And of course, like I say, the castings are coming in now, so I'm hoping to get out there and get my teeth into some more acting work.
Wonderful. Well, best of luck. Stay safe in the meantime, and thanks for coming on.
No, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. And
take care, Matthew. Take care.
See you later.
Matthew Fuller there in his radio debut.